uncomfortable truths, it requires the occasional disruption, the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
It has been over 150 years since the first African American was seated in the U.S. Congress. Since then, many more have followed in his footsteps and have taken seats at the head of our country. Joseph Rainey, born in South Carolina in 1832, was the first African American to serve in the House of Representatives. In his 10 years in Congress, Rainey worked for the civil rights, funding of public schools, and much more. One of his most notable acts was pushing to pass the Ku Klux Klan Act, which allowed the federal government to make efforts to damage groups like the KKK. Rainey passed in 1887, but his contributions will always be remembered. In 1848, Frederick Douglass was one of the few men to attend the Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, New York. He believed that right is of no sex, truth is of no color. He joined the abolishment in 1841 and put his oratorical skills to work as a speaker for the American Anti-Slavery Society. He also supported Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, and other women's rights activists in the crusade for women's suffrage. Edward Brooke was the first African American to become a member of the Senate with a popular vote. He ran for the Massachusetts Secretary of State in 1960, and while he lost, he established himself as a dedicated civil servant. In 1962, he used his reputation to win the Massachusetts State Attorney General, becoming the first African American to ever hold that position. In 1966, he ran for and won a seat in the Senate with 62% of the popular vote. In 1968, Shirley Chisholm became the first African American woman to serve in Congress. She was a co-founder of the National Women's Political Caucus in 1971 and became the first black woman and second woman ever to serve on the powerful House Rules Committee. In 1972, she sought the Democratic presidential nomination. Efforts to prevent her from running were made, but she fought through them and stayed on her path. While she did not secure the nomination, her story is inspiring for people nationwide. This is only a small number of the influential African Americans that have been a part of our government, but the impact and influence they've had is anything but small. Their stories will be remembered for years to come and will continue to inspire people today. Reporting for Wave TV, this is William Brown.